So just to follow up on a little bit of what Jessica and I spoke about last night with movement is why is movement so important? And today we went to the gym and we were sitting there going through all the functional movements and we were doing our squats and stuff, and it kind of dawned upon me. Dr. Peter Atia talks about a thing called the Centenarian Olympics. Okay, so what the Centenarian Olympics is, I guess I can't get that to zoom right now, I gotta figure it out. But what the Centenarian Olympics is basically if you want to be functional in old age, then you have to be able to do certain things. And the quicker that we get a hold of these things and we take care of them and we start to practice them, the more that we're going to be able to do things as we get older. And so my son is getting married, and so I hope to pretty soon have, well, not pretty soon, but eventually to have grandchildren. And so one of the things that Dr. Atia talks about, and we're talking about movement, is being able to pick up a child. So not only being able to see your grandchild or have your grandchild climb up on something and then you pick them up, but how important is it to actually, this is a 45-pound kettlebell, and we were doing squats today, and so this works on hips and knee movement, but how important is it to be able to pick up a 45-pound child? And so you want to be able to get down into a squat and receive the child to you and then come up. And then you can sit there and hold them and do whatever you got to do. But you have to have that full range of motion. And if you haven't tried that in a while and you're above the age of 40, you should probably do that. And if you can't do that, then that is part of the matrix of how is your structure? Do you have full range of motion? If you don't, why not? Are you inflamed? Do we need to start looking at your hormones? Is your testosterone low because you don't have muscle mass? There's just a plethora, a multitude of things that you have to think about there. And, you know, Jess and I are both getting older, and you have to practice these things, because the things that you don't practice, you will lose. And so this, like I said, is just a follow-up. Our legs are our most important motivators. They're the things that get us up and down. They're the things that move us. They're all those things that we have to have, that we have to do just to get around. You know, if you can't get off of a toilet, guess what? You're going to be in a home because you need help. So let me make sure I touched on my bases. What movement is the best movement? So the best movement is the movement you'll stick to, the exercise that you'll stick to. And the more exercise that you do, the more that you'll like it. If they could put exercise in a bottle, it'd be the best-selling drug ever. Fights depression, helps with digestion, gets the stomach clear, gets the blood flowing, clears the mind, just does everything, because we're designed to move. Our eyes are in the fronts of our heads. And as humans, we're designed to be endurance athletes. We aren't fast. We aren't quick. We don't have claws. We don't have fangs. So we can't actually, we're really not that dangerous. What we do is we wear things down and then we beat it to death, or we used to. So what movement, what exercise should you do? If you're happy with how you're doing, then just get out into the woods, go walk around. If you want to function better, I would get a coach. I like CrossFit. I've always been an athlete, so this is just right up my bag. I don't want to think about the exercise. I want to list, I want to do it, I want to get in, I want to get out, and I want to be done. And that's my preference. I'm not here to tell you what the way is. I'm here to say, hey, this is one of the things that you should do to be optimal and to have optimal health. So just to follow up on the 7 o'clock talk, if you haven't been following that, like, subscribe, you can ask questions. We love to interact. Thank you and have a great day.